Hello and welcome to Pen B Photography. I'm Penny and today we're going to get out the extension tubes and have a go doing a little bit of macro photography. Let's see how we get on. Right, okay, so I don't have a dedicated macro lens, so I have these extension tubes. They're just quite cheap extension tubes off Amazon. I think they were about £35, but I bought them quite a long time ago. But you'll be able to get something similar price on Amazon. I find these quite frustrating and hard to use. So they're a good thing to use if you're seeing if you like doing macro. But if you really get into it, I probably recommend either a lot better extension tubes, spend some money, or like a dedicated macro lens. But anyway, let's get on with what we're doing. So what I've got is my extension tubes. I have got my Canon 6D Mark II and this is quite a cheap little lens actually, little prime 50mm lens, a little nifty 50. So what I have to do if I want to use these extension tubes is to let's separate them off for a second. So these extension tubes can be long or short. The longer they are, the closer you'll be able to focus to your subject. So they can separate like this. Okay. So what I need to do first is take my 50mm lens off my camera so I can get the extension tubes in. And then these are ones for Canon, so if you do buy these tubes you need to get the right extension tubes for your camera. This has a Canon fit on it, so it fits on the lens mount properly. So red dot to red dot for Canon. Then I can either put these ones in the middle to make the so I can focus closer, or if I want to I can leave these out and then I can come back a bit. Let's go full. Let's take number 2 out. So I'm going to take this ring out, put this one on here. So I have to have this one because that's what fixes to my camera. Then I can screw on this one. Which extends it a little bit. And then I have to have this one because this is what fits onto my lens. Okay, so then I can screw this one on. So if I want to make the macro so I can focus even closer, I can still put that in. Or if I want to come back a little bit, I can still take out, which is number 1. Just that little bit there. But we've got to start somewhere, so let's start there. Got the red dot here. Because it's a screw on, the red dot could end up wherever. Depends where you finish. So red dot to red dot. Red dot to red dot. There we are. And there we are. We have it all put together for now. So there we go. I'm going to put my lens on manual because with these extension tubes I don't have automatic focus. There's no electrical connections between the camera and the lens now, so the camera you can't, it's manual focus. If you spend more money you can get ones where you've got automatic focus, but we're going to talk about the focus in a minute. So there we go, we're set up to start off. Okay, so I have got this lovely orchid here, and I'm using my extension tubes to take a really nice close-up of it. I'm quite happy with the picture, and what I've done is I've focused on the centre of the flower, and I've used a shape that interests me, and then I've used the rest of the flower to frame that centre of the picture. Now, when you're doing macro, don't get lazy. You've still got to use good composition and still think about how you've placed your camera and lighting and everything like that. Something you have to be careful with lighting with macro is that you're so close to your subject that you're not blocking your light. So I've got a nice side light here, and also I've got a window just there as well. And so we've got a nice all round flat light on the flower. But if I had shot it with the window behind me and then shot it straight on like that, even though it's a nice flat light, it would have, my shadow, I would be blocking that, so it'd be an awful lot darker. We're talking about such tiny little areas. So yes, so still think about your composition. Take a look. I'm using my live view. I find it a lot easier with the live view. With this as well, with this kind of macro photography, with these extension tubes, and in this situation where everything's static, using a tripod is very, very helpful. It would be different if you were going out taking pictures of insects and stuff like that, then you would be better doing that handheld, because by the time you faffed around with the tripod, the insect would be gone. So, but in this situation, tripod is very helpful because my focusing area, these extension tubes go to f4 apparently. F4, just I don't get to choose an aperture. That's what we have is f4, and the focus point, the point of where it's going to be sharp, is so shallow. The depth of field is so shallow that just me holding the camera takes it in and out of the area I want in focus, in and out. These extension tubes now, they're very cheap, and you get what you pay for. I just think they are so hard to use. They are so hard to focus. I don't know if I fully recommend them, but at the same time, I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't have them. You know, it's something you've got to weigh up yourself. When I focus as well, what I personally do is, especially if I'm on a tripod using live view and I have to do manual, I put my lens to the closest point it can focus, and then I don't touch the focus on my lens, and then I either move my camera forward and backwards or my subject forward and backwards. In this situation, obviously I can move my subject forward and backwards because it's in a plant pot and it's easy to move. But if I was out in the forest or somewhere else, I would move my camera forward and backwards until I found that sharp point. But I do find it extremely difficult. It's nice doing it indoors as well because there's no wind blowing anything around. Any slight movement would be difficult. If I put this on video and show you how much, if I move my camera, how much it takes it in and out of focus on a tiny movement, it's just, it's very difficult. Anyway, I've tried to use a little spray of water to enhance, but for this particular shot it's done absolutely nothing. But I gave it a go, and we'll do another picture, and it might be better for that. Anyway, I'm going on a really long time, so if you stuck with me, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. I'm going to capture one more shot of this, and then we'll set something else up. shooting through this cactus. I think it's a cactus, it's certainly prickly. Shooting through this cactus is a bit like doing woodland photography, except you have a little bit more control. But it's when you're focusing up, it's untidy. I've taken one, so I'm at the smallest using my extension tubes now, so I could come back just a tiny bit because it was too close. So I've taken one segment out, this little segment, and it has made a bit of a difference, so that's good. And what I've done, I've spent my time just turning the pot to try and find some shapes that I like and a composition that I like. And the reason I've got a piece of white paper here is that I think it's this one here at the front, is too dark in shadow. I might crop it out, but yeah, the paper just helps bring up a little bit of light by reflecting some white light back onto it. I've taken a shot without spraying any water on, and I've taken a shot with spraying water on, and have some sort of, and then I also took a shot while spraying the water, thinking that might, just like in woodland photography, give nice separation. Not that I need that, because the shallow depth of field is so shallow. But anyway, I will show you the picture and see if you like it. Let me know either way. Anyway, there we are. I added some more extension tubes, so we're getting really close. I've done a slice of lemon because I want to show you that it doesn't, if you have got no flowers in the house and you can't get out to get flowers, you need to be a little bit creative and look for things that just, you know, remember, look really close. I seem to always go for things that have grown because they're obviously the things that I enjoy, but you know, there's man-made things with lots of nice textures as well. So go for what interests you, and also don't be afraid to be creative on how you light it. So when I cut that lemon in half and looked through my lens, it looked a bit boring. So I sliced a piece, and I haven't got a light to light it up from behind, so I just stuck it to the window. We'll see. I'll show you the picture now and you can see if you like it or not. So don't be afraid to try things We're not shooting on, well, I'm not shooting on film anymore, I'm shooting on digital, delete, and it's like that bad picture never happened. So yeah, give it a go. I hope you have fun with it. I've had quite a lot of fun. If you've made it this far in the video, fantastic. Thank you so much. And if you could like, that would be brilliant. That would really help my channel up. If you feel like subscribing, that would be amazing as well. Feel free to share these videos as well so other people can see them. I'd love a comment, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.